Well, it's the 4th of July, and you pointed out this notion of independence. Most people are celebrating our liberty. But for this family, there was only terror on the 4th of July in 2002. What threats still exist for Jewish people and Christian people from Muslim immigrants who have come through the southern border?
Well, we've become complacent about the whole idea of the 4th of July. We treat it as a time for fireworks, for parades, for barbecues, as if history, in the phrase of a famously misguided academic, has ended. History has not ended. The 4th of July should be a reminder that we need to keep fighting over and over again. And the Biden administration allowed an unprecedented invasion on a massive scale. Millions of people across the border. Quite a few of those people have checkered records. Quite a few of them have no identity. Some of them we know are on terrorist watch list. Not begin with Biden. We've seen this over the decades. The very fact that Hisham Adayat, the Islamic terrorist who was responsible for the murder of Victoria Khan and Yaakov Aminov, the wounding of a number of other people, was able to stay here illegally. That he was able to function here and carry out the attack is due to a number of things, and one of which is the unwillingness of municipalities and states that have a lot of illegal aliens to allow the enforcement of immigration law, and the unwillingness, frankly, of the United States government to take that whole thing seriously until very recent times. So the threat is very much real. It's here. There have been generations now of these people here. Some of them have managed to acquire U.S. citizenship or residency status. Others have not. We have a major domestic terrorist threat, one that we are refusing to take seriously, and thus we go to memorials. We remember the big things like 9/11. Remember the very more personal, intimate terror that was visited on the Khan family and the Aminov family and others, but we fail to consider the consequences of this continuing forward.
What do you think about the emphasis on ICE deporting Latinos ahead of Islamists and other terrorists who have religious bigotry towards Americans?
So I don't think there is such an emphasis, and it's important to emphasize that because, actually recently the Trump administration began targeting Iranians, but the bottom line is there were really two forms of illegal alien presence in the United States. One, which of course we're very familiar with, is people going across the border. The second, which has links to the World Trade Center bombing, to other attacks, was people who came here, via airports, they applied for refugee status, or they didn't in the case of the World Trade Center bomber mastermind. Others overstayed their visas, so Hisham Adayat, the killer here, is a typical example. Now, with the Biden administration, there was a major game changer because the border became wide open. What happened then was you had people actually flying into Mexico. They'd go into Tijuana. They'd cross the border. And it was not just people from Latin America anymore. It was people from China. It was people from Pakistan. Biden brought in over 100,000 from Afghanistan. So you did have this now massive importation of people, but you also had massive amounts of people from around the world now coming across the border. Now, the largest percentage of illegal aliens in the United States are from Latin America, but it's not strictly the case. And we need to remember that. There's no discrimination being practiced here.